Oh, yeah, you never know, and you never know.
Just so you guys know, it's recorded.
Was that Michelle or something?
Jerry wants me to take notes here.
I just think it's a good thing they're doing it, I mean.
Yeah.
Palmyra's gotta start.
They got these horse trails, they got hiking trails.
You guys must be bored today. Huh? We heard you were, you were sitting at the head of the table there, we had to go see what Frank was doing.
Well, there's
Again, it takes somebody to go down.
my shirt.
Yeah. So you're still doing, you're trying to get people to do the trails?
Oh, yeah, I'm still very involved with that, I just had a trail day on Saturday, I got another one. Thursday, with a mower mowing shit, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So much time. I was all working at a bike shop a couple days a week.
Good evening, everybody. Glad to see everybody's here today. Welcome to the town board meeting of the town of Palmyra, Monday, June 9th, 2025, 6:05 p.m. at the Palmyra Town Hall, located at W1125 Highway 106, Palmyra, Wisconsin. Certification of compliance with the open meetings law.
Yes, the meeting was properly posted.
Roll call.
Gajewski.
Here.
Martins.
Here.
Sauter.
Here.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Approval of town board minutes of 5/1/25 to 5/12/25.
Make a motion to approve the minutes from 5/1/25 and 5/12.
I would second that motion and request one minor edit to the 5/1 meeting minutes. Towards the bottom of the first page, information that I had passed on to Mr. Kornetsky, just wanted to clarify that the group that I was referring to was the town board.
Okay, there's been a motion and a second with a minor change. Any other discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. Approved payment of bills as presented. Roll call vote.
The bills are TS Technology Solutions, $1,936. Northwest Services, $2,645.50. Northwest Services, $2,050.50. GFL Environmental, which is our new garbage company that has replaced LRS, $10,167.01. Harrison Williams McDonald, $860. Frank Sauter, $369.40. Rob Martins, $230.87. Josh Gajewski, $230.87. Michelle Smith, $3,329.22. Humane Society of Jefferson County, $560.80. Jefferson County Land Office, $7,210. J&H Customs, $500. Northwest Services, $1,392.50. APG of Southern Wisconsin, $132.78. Michelle Smith, $35.40. Wheat Energies, $230.53.
Motion to approve is read.
Second.
I got a question on the Jefferson County Land Office. That covers everything as far as $3, what do you call it, fees?
Recording fees for
Recording
each BFI, I like to call it.
And Michelle, the We Energies, is that separated from the report yet?
No, I'm not, the only person I heard say that it was going to have a separate meter was Frank. I haven't heard it from anyone else. Jeff has, or someone has, brought over a check and left it on the table. You were here that night. Who brought that?
I never saw it actually
Oh,
come
it was
in.
laying on the table when I came in the morning.
I'm assuming it must be for their part of the electric, but
It
I
is,
shouldn't assume.
it is, but, yeah. So I don't know what's going on with it, to be honest with you.
Just a quick question.
Yep.
Okay, motion, is there a second?
I second.
Okay, we need a roll call vote on the
Wilson,
bills.
Gieske.
Aye.
Martins.
Aye.
Slaughter.
Aye. Public comment, citizen statements should be limited to 3 minutes. Although the public may speak on any item not included on this agenda, the board cannot respond or discuss the issue brought forward at this time. In accordance with open meeting laws, the board must notice an item on the agenda to allow for discussion on that matter. Your comments will be considered and may be placed in a future agenda for further discussion. And we have one, Chuck, no.
I'm here to talk to the board about the hazards on Little Prairie Road.
And Chuck, where do you live?
I live at W494 Little Prairie Road.
Great, thanks.
Traffic is getting crazy busy with a huge increase of vehicle traffic, semi-trucks, large trucks, and ATV traffic. In the last few weeks, we've had 2 close calls. One, a semi-truck crossed the center line because they were going too fast on the corner by my house. I had to go into the shoulder to avoid the semi-truck. The other, when I pulled out of my driveway, before I got up to the speed limit, a car passed on the blind section of the end of the road and just missed 2 cars in the incoming lane. That's when I decided I need to bring the hazards back up to the town board again. I've talked to Jefferson County sheriffs in the past. They do not have enough personnel to patrol the area. Plus, I was told they will not stop any drivers unless they are doing 7 miles over the speed limit, which means most of the traffic is exceeding the speed limit with no fears of getting a ticket. Due to the 45-mile-an-hour speed limit on Little Prairie Road, most of the traffic is routed down Little Prairie Road. Because County Road H, most of it is 45-mile-an-hour speed limit. County Road Z is a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. Tamarack Road is a 35-mile-an-hour speed limit. The other township roads are all Class B highways, and Little Prairie is a shortcut compared to the other connecting roads. It is not a Class B road. You are basically routing all the semi-trucks, large trucks, and commuter traffic down Little Prairie Road. Little Prairie Road has 3 public trail crossings and horse riders park on it. The mountain bike trail and the ice skate trail are blind intersections. Horse trailers pulling out of Horse Riders Park need a little time to get up to speed when they're carrying horses. While Tamarack Road only has 1 trail crossing, Highway Z only has 2 trail crossings. Highway Z even has only 2 houses, yet their speed limit is lower than Little Prairie Road. Little Prairie Road also has 2 blind intersections, Howard Road and Veely Road. Tamarack Road has no intersections in the township of Palmyra, and Highway Z has no intersections also. Last year, a mountain biker ran through a stop sign at the trail intersection and was hit by a car. I know you can't fix stupid, but we got a lot of very young riders due to NICA, which is increases in membership every year. A lot of these young kids do not have the maturity to follow the rules. Palmyra also became an Ice Age trail town, which means more hikers will be using the Ice Age trail, and there's no place for hikers or bikers or hunters to park on Little Prairie Road due to the steep ditches, so cars park inches away from the road, and at times the car is partially on the road. There's also several residents out there that have blind intersections and very poor visibility. I'd like to take the town board members for a ride to show these blind trail crossings and driveways and intersections, if you got time. The speed limit was reduced to 35 miles per hour due to these hazards, yet one of your first acts was to increase the speed limit to 45 miles an hour. We were told it was illegal to keep the speed limit at 35 miles per hour, yet Tamarack Road is 35 miles per hour, Highway Z is 40 miles per hour, and most of the township and Eagletown roads are 35 miles an hour, which means to me it is possible to decrease the speed limit. The village of Palmyra will also be increasing in size, which is going to increase the traffic on Little Prairie Road. Why does the town board want all these large trucks and commuter traffic on Little Prairie Road? It just means more expense to the township due to road maintenance and repairs. Having the large trucks and commuter traffic also decreases the property value of the residents of Little Prairie Road, while increasing the value of residents of the township of Palmyra who do not live on Little Prairie Road due to the routing of all the semi and commuter traffic on Little Prairie Road. I'd like to see you decrease the speed at least in sections of Little Prairie Road, if not all of it. If you can't do that, maybe we can put up some stop signs, maybe at Tower Road, or maybe.
Chuck, let me do this. We've got 3 minutes to do that, but it is on our agenda tonight, and I'm gonna let you continue.
I'm pretty much done.
Are you?
So, yeah.
Okay, we appreciate that. There's a 3-minute thing.
I totally get that, and I'm basically done. I mean, I just wanna bring it to your attention, and I would really encourage you guys to go for a ride with me, because it's real possible you don't even know of some of these blind areas, but someone's gonna die out there if we don't do something. And I know there's been an increase of accidents through the last couple of years.
When we get to that, we'll discuss it.
Very good.
Thanks, Chuck. Thank you. And there is nobody else. Correspondence.
Yes, we received a couple of notifications from Jefferson County Planning and Zoning Committee. I'm sure you know all the Prado and the Conforti applications. Both have been approved by the committee. Anyone would like to see these?
Okay, I did get a phone call from the last house on 106 on the east side today, complaining, like they're doing tomorrow, the gravel pit across the road being in operation. Now, I wasn't around when whatever approval, neither were you guys, were given on this, but Josh, if you can look into it, because the guy told me that there's only 2 years that they could, whatever, grind gravel up there, whatever they do. I don't know anything about it, so.
Where was that
The gravel pit, I don't even know who was in it. Second to last driveway on the west side, the gravel pit up there, 106.
Oh, 106.
Yeah. So I know nothing about, but he was very disgruntled. Other than that, I did receive a call from somebody else regards to Little Prairie Road, but we didn't talk about that anymore. And that's it.
We did receive some correspondence from Mr. King, but he pretty much recited everything that was in it.
Pretty much, other than, I've contacted also the other trail association, the Ice Age, the Horse Riders Association, NICA, some of these other, it was short notice, so a lot of them haven't gotten back to me yet, but they're all concerned about these trail crossings.
Okay, reports, treasurer.
Balances of $530.25 in the checking account was $240,204.59. The tax account, $120,317.49. The airport checking account balance is $38,555.12. And the local government investment pool balance, $90,367.72.
Questions? Clerk's report.
Just kind of pencil in on your calendar, was it the last Wednesday or Thursday in August, might be a kickoff meeting for budget 2026. Josh has been working a little bit on it, so trying to plan to be on schedule. Other than that, I can't think of anything else.
I'm gonna skip highway because I talked about it on the phone with him, so I'm a little late here. Until he gets here. Fire department, John.
Good evening, everybody. I have brought Dan Schiller to the meeting to introduce you. He is one of our full-time firefighter EMTs, recently appointed to assistant chief. He oversees most of our administrative stuff now, so EMS billing, all that kind of fun stuff. He's taken on the challenge and he's doing very well at it. Should have gotten run numbers from Dan as well. He's taken over that. Hopefully streamline and make sense out of things a little bit more. If you have any questions before we leave, obviously you can ask him. The Father's Day fly-in is Sunday, it's coming Sunday, so we expect a lot of activity over there. We'll have a staffed ambulance, engine, ATV, all that kind of stuff for the event. Hopefully we have good weather this year. And we did see the doors open over there and we wanted to touch base with them, so if you guys have any questions, please let us know, because we're gonna try and sneak over there before they head home for the day.
Okay, I got the numbers, I'll read them off, but thank you very much for your service.
Who do you send them to? You send them to Michelle?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I just came this afternoon.
We can send them to all of you if you'd like, that's fine, we have all your email addresses.
It'd be great if you could, that way we could review
Sure.
them every meeting.
Yep.
Absolutely. And now we're gonna get those out a little bit sooner, so if there's any additional information you want, if you don't currently provide that, you know.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
I'll give you the run numbers of phone calls was 25.
guys,
Township, EMS 3, EMS intercepts, Township 2, Fire 1, Fire EMS 0, mutual aid 0, mutual aid receive 0. Village EMS 19, EMS intercepts 1, Fire 0, Fire EMS 0, mutual aid number 1, mutual aid receive 1. That's the report.
Okay.
We have a meeting there.
He's got his hand in there.
Can you ask for the quotes?
Oh, that's Chuck. Almost close the door on your hand.
Sorry about that.
Hey, where are we? Airport. Well, the hangar's going up, I was back there today, it's slow but sure, it's a slow process. Really not too much to say at this time, anything else that I can think of. We're getting prepared for the flying breakfast, of course. I actually was out here mowing for myself today. Nothing else that I can think of on the airport. Blue Spring Lake District.
The annual July 4th fireworks are Sunday, July 5th. Obviously at dusk. The parade is that afternoon as well. Or actually, I think it's probably in the morning, 10:30, 11 o'clock, line up and then start. The rain date is Sunday the 6th, if we get rained out, but hopefully we won't. That's all I have.
Building inspector.
On the treasurer's report is a list of the building permits that were applied for in May. There were 4 of them, 2 electrical and 2 cell tower modifications. And I changed the information on this form to permit costs, because not every form has the project cost, but the town gets 10% of the permit costs each month.
Let me go back to Blue Spring Lake for a second. Have we gotten the quotes for the ordinance signs?
I went over with, and met with Tyson, and he's drawing them up and ordered through the state, it's cheap as well.
Have we gotten quotes yet that we have a Lakeport District meeting tomorrow night?
Not to
Wednesday,
exceed what?
Wednesday night. Do we have a quote back yet?
No, what, not to exceed what was their donation.
Well, it's not a donation, they're paying for it. It was not to exceed $1,000.
It'll be well.
Well, I know, but they would like to understand for their budget reasons.
I'll get all the Tyson, that's great. With post and poll, probably $100 a piece. that's all right, we'll have an extra one when somebody steals it. Anyway. I shouldn't even said it. I have nothing to report this last month on that.
Yeah.
And
So-
we'll enforce it, Josh.
Good luck, Chuck.
They're going in right by your house, so you'll have to keep it.
Oh, yeah, okay, I'm on it.
Nothing to report on the emergency management, the sheriff's not here. And going back to the highway department report.
Right.
How are you, buddy?
Okay.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Any questions?
Well, not really. I will tell you though that 4 times being called out, I was very happy with what you did. We had an accident, somebody got a hold of me, a constituent in there, so on a Saturday, I can't even remember where it was on Zion Road. You went out there and took care of that, didn't you? And then we had 2 go down on this tower, wasn't it? We had.
Tower Road, and then went at the corner of Tower and Little Prairie.
Yeah, so there's like 3 times something happened, so, well, you did very good, and I appreciate that. Anything else?
And then I started the mowing last week of June. It works for you guys.
Right before the holiday, that's great.
We're all still running way behind because asphalt opened up late. So we're trying to work 3 towns at the same time.
And the pothole filling, you mean?
Yep, this we're bebopping back and forth so we can kind of spread it around. We should probably have the potholing done by, I don't know, probably the end of June, which is really late for us. We've never been this late.
Well, I've heard other places too.
Yeah, well, everybody was delayed, so, and then it doesn't help that they're paving half of this county right now, Route 12 and Highway D, and
Oh, yeah.
it's screwed us all up.
When the county gets there, we go right by their place 100 times a day, and
Well, they finally put
they're all as highway D, but I think they got both lanes in there, so.
both things are done there. They just got to do, they're doing the shouldering. They got maybe a half a day's of shouldering. That'll make my life easier.
You operate on the shoulder most of the time, Bob, or?
They almost had us driving through ditches to get to our shop. That's not good.
Okay, thanks, Bob. Appreciate it.
The only other thing was, I know that Josh and Ron discussed Helen Lane.
Oh, yeah, well, it's on here someplace.
And unfortunately, I didn't get the quotes done. So, but I was going through that with Ron this morning, and there's 2 different ways we can do it. I think, did he discuss that with you? It's kind of more of a personal, how you guys feel you want to do it. It really doesn't matter. We can do it either way. There is a lot of truth to digging up that asphalt that's there and getting that all loosened up, because, you know, potholes tend to come back if you don't address it. So I think the big question is, if you want, it's probably gonna end up being $800 to $1,000 more if we bring the grader out there. We'll dig that all the way down through the blacktop that's there on the area that needs to be done. Not where the TV is, but go all the way to the corner. And then any of the big chunks, we'll load them up and take them out of there. So it's probably gonna cost, you know, whatever the time is for the grader, and then probably an extra load of gravel to do that. So, I mean, that's the better way. Can we get by just by going in there and grading it and putting the gravel down and rolling it? Yeah, but how long? That's the question. So,
How much, that's my question.
my thoughts are gonna be that if we do it the inexpensive way, we're probably looking between $1,500 to $2,000 to do it. If we bring the grader out, it's probably gonna be another $1,000. But what we've always done in the past is if we go underneath what what I'm telling you right now, that's what we'll charge you, we won't charge you that. This one's kind of my fault for not getting it done today. So that's how crazy we are, so. I think that's really up to you guys how you want to do it, but.
What happens beyond our agenda?
Right, so.
Well, Chuck's here, let's keep. Or do you wanna get out of here?
I gotta go to Human too, so. I'm just saying if you wanted to put it at the high end, and if you wanted to do with the grader, coming out there and doing that. We'll put it at the high end of 3,500.
Really need to move the subject line. The agenda.
And then if we end up losing, I'll take the hit because that's my error.
And you can deal with him first, because he sounds like a pretty busy man.
Okay,
Yeah, my wife already told me that today.
No,
Twice.
it's,
Okay.
I live in this township too, so.
what, they were done?
Yeah, nothing on this.
Nothing.
Obviously, there's no shit.
Yeah, I said that. Anyway, new business. Number one, or no, I wanna make a motion to, take item number 3 first. To help Bob out to get to the other meeting, seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Okay, discussion and possible action on Kelm Lane repairs.
So we got a complaint, actually, I think 4 individual ones from, one of the residents on Kelm Lane. Met, Ron out there a week ago, Friday, I believe it was. I looked at it, walked it, talked with the resident, part of what.
What's the issue?
The issue is, it's a gravel road that's on top of dilapidated asphalt. Every spring, we've got issues where Northwest has got issues over the winter, or whatever it might be, where as potholes grow, they essentially only find bottom. It's to pavement, you can fill them in, and the exact same thing pretty much happens, because if you're filling in a gravel road with gravel, it's not like filling in a pothole, where you've got something that's, I don't want to say immovable, but, so it's about a 300-foot stretch out of the entire thing, right off of Island Road. 2 of the options, one was to fill potholes with gravel and get through the season. The other option that I talked with Ron about was exactly what Bob just alluded to, which is to bring their grader out, essentially roll the material to get everything mixed up, grade it, add gravel where need be, and then roll it and recompact it. Long story short, there used to be I'm gonna say grass triangle in between where Kellen comes out on the island
I
road.
remember that.
There's still a fence post that got cut off that's in the middle of it, which is
A
now.
metal fence post, huh? Wonderful.
So that entire thing at some point, long story, needs to be addressed. I think if we're still gonna apply for LRIP-S funding this fall, including that section of that section of Kellam Lane that's got pavement under it for sure. We honestly don't know exactly how far it goes without doing some exploration, which really isn't the point of the whole thing. But in the grand picture of it, that sounds like $3,500 is the top end of them coming out to do that.
If you do the upgraded version, let's call it, how long will that last? Versus spending $1,000 or $1,500 every year to how long will the upgrade last?
It kind of all depends. Ron said he thought it was 2014 or maybe 18 that they were out there on the north end of it and did that. Half the amount of traffic, because there's 2 houses essentially on Kellam Lane. That still generally looks looks okay. Part of the other problem is that there's like every other road in the town, there's 4 inches of grass alongside the edge of the road, so compounded when it's not asphalt, it's gravel, it just sits there when we get heavy rain, so it could be a year or it could be 5. It just is subject to everything. You go up to the Northwoods, Wisconsin every single spring, not that they entirely regrade every single road, but they turn them over and then roll them and grade them for this exact reason. We've got roads that are urban, meaning we do it and then we forget about it until it's a problem. So.
I sent an email was sent to me today about grants of some kind. I know I sent it to you. You guys get an email?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's not the same.
It's a federal grant thing. I want to make sure you got it.
Yeah.
Should we put that on too when we do LRIP grants? And
That is a completely different grant, and that is usually for surface transportation program. So it's not a road program per se.
But is that something we should think about?
We can look into what the program guidelines are. Last year, 2 years ago when it came out and we looked at it, we didn't have any projects that were even close to all.
Should we think about that for the LRIP then? Or
What's that?
Cal Lane?
When I was talking with Ron, I said the cheapest time to do anything as far as improvement to Kellen Lane is when Island Road gets done, whenever that
Well,
may be.
I agree with you.
And above and beyond that, what used to be 2 paved approaches or egresses from Island Road with a grass triangle in the middle is now pavement, gravel, gravel over pavement, and it's almost 65 feet wide, which is not a normal intersection profile, and normally they come up to a road at as close of a 90 degrees you can get. So where the road for Kellen Lane needs to be is actually where the grass used to be, right
So it
down the
comes
middle,
out-
so you come
Yeah,
and you can see both directions rather
Right.
than.
right over where the stake is.
Correct.
Kind of like West Street down there, how it used to be.
Yeah, well, like what First Street used to be over here too. I mean, there's a same concept, but,
So are you looking for a decision tonight?
or not the decision, yes. If we're gonna do anything, I think we need to roll the thing over and regrade it. I don't think that, I mean, anybody, we can have them take a skid steer bucket full of gravel in there and fill holes.
And that's for
in the road.
$3,500?
Correct.
Yeah, I'd be in favor of that as well. Do it.
I think at the intersection, instead of making that thing as wide, I think, did you see a post, a metal post? I think it was a street sign. So,
There was a stop sign there, it's
Yeah,
coming
so-
back to my mind.
the post that's there is, I'm assuming, it hasn't been a street sign since I've been there, but it has all the looks of that. So everything is east of that sign, you come straight out that road. We can get creative and widen that out a little bit, so you can actually make a bit of a turn before you, so you can see, but that's a pretty clear intersection. So,
If you go out there with a bucket, please pull out the stake. Right, it's just a metal stake for a fence, is it? Basically, well,
Ron and I were actually looking inside the radius of that.
to go right through the middle of that,
No, it's to where both sides come together, it ends up being 16 feet wide.